Welcome to Warrior K-9 Connection's 2022 Virtual Graduation Ceremony. We appreciate you being here with us today. We are excited to introduce you to this year's class, which is WCC's largest to date. But first, a special message and the singing of the National Anthem by Presley Tennant.
Hi everyone, my name is Presley Tennant and I am so excited to be here today. I'm a country music singer-songwriter and you may have recognized me from season 16 of The Voice on Team Kelly. But what a lot of people don't realize is that I am very passionate about animals, and more particularly the joy and healing that they can bring to people. And I'm so excited to be here with Warrior K-9 Connection and all of you to celebrate the graduation of some very special veterans and their new service dogs. When I was asked to sing the National Anthem, I couldn't help but think of the brave men and women who fight for our country every single day and sacrifice so much for us to live our life with the freedom that we have in this country. And we will forever be in debt to repay them any way that we can. Now will you please rise as I dedicate our National Anthem to veterans, service members, and military families. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. Thank you all so much, and God bless you all.
Hi, I'm Rick Yount, founder and executive director of Warrior K-9 Connection. I want to welcome everyone to Warrior K-9 Connection's 10th graduation ceremony. This past year has brought a lot of exciting happenings. The publication of research on our program model at Walter Reed, the passage and signing of the PAUSE Act for Veterans Therapy, which is mandating the VA to roll out our program model at 5 VA sites around the country, and recently the signing of a memorandum of agreement with the University of Pennsylvania to develop a mission-based trauma recovery program for the veterans in the Philadelphia area. Thank you to all who have supported Warrior K-9 Connection over the past decade. Because of you, we've been able to support over 6,000 veterans and their family members. I especially want to say thank you to all of our amazing puppy parents, to our EPWs that are tuning in, to our board members, our amazing staff, and to all who volunteer and support Warrior K-9 Connection's mission. And most importantly, I want to thank those who serve our country while wearing the uniform of the military services. We are so grateful for all you do for us.
Warrior K-9 Connection is honored to present 3 very special awards today. The Wag of the Tail Awards are given to important individuals and partners who have played a critical role in our ability to serve veterans. The Wag of the Tail Awards were first presented in 2013, and since then, they have become a cherished graduation tradition. Our first recipient of the Wag of the Tail Award is presented to Mr. John Shushan. As his son has mentioned publicly, John is constantly trying to find ways to utilize his success in business to create more opportunities for others within the community. More recently, we are grateful that his involvement has included Warrior Canine Connection. It is with tremendous pride that we present this Wag of the Tail Award to John Shushan. Our second Wag of the Tail Award is presented to Mission Barbecue and its founders, Bill and Rosemarie Krause. Mission Barbecue is a company committed to reminding people what makes America great, its heroes. From the company's incredible generosity to WCC and other veteran support organizations, to the memorabilia that adorns the walls of its restaurants, Mission Barbecue celebrates the service of those who protect our country. WCC's introduction to Mission Barbecue first came by way of founder Rosemarie Krause. Rosemarie started at Warrior Canine Connection as a volunteer, and later as a puppy parent to WCC's Megan. Bill and Rosemarie's generosity and leadership commitment to the organization has been transformative. We are proud to honor them with the 2022 Wag of the Tail Award. The final Wag of the Tail Award goes to our partner Wounded Warrior Project. Wounded Warrior Project has supported WCC's mission since 2020, helping to propel our unique animal-assisted therapy program to new sites across the country. With their support last year, WCC supported 526 wounded veterans with 4,000 hours of programming. Thank you, Wounded Warrior Project, for your partnership. We are honored to work alongside you to improve the health and lives of our nation's veterans. Congratulations to all three of our Wag of the Tail Award recipients.
And I would be remiss if I didn't say thank you to today's keynote speaker, Governor Larry Hogan. Governor Hogan, thank you for your leadership and dedication to all the residents of the state of Maryland. And thank you for your dedication to not only Maryland's veterans, but all veterans. And sir, we also greatly appreciate your love of dogs. We're grateful to have you here.
Good afternoon. It's an honor to join you for Warrior Canine Connection's 2022 graduation ceremony. I want to begin by thanking the men and women we're here to celebrate, our veterans. The WCC graduates all answered our nation's call to serve, protect, and defend. They exemplify the selflessness and bravery that we've come to expect in an American service member. But for them, the price of freedom has been high. They have taken care of our nation, and now it's our turn to take care of them. Today, 362,000 veterans call Maryland home. This is in addition to the almost 35,000 active duty military members and 25,000 National Guard and Reserve members at 12 military bases located throughout the state. Among those bases is Walter Reed National Military Medical Center, internationally known for its innovative discoveries and treatments for warriors grappling with visible and invisible wounds of war. Throughout its history, Maryland has shown its support for those who serve and commitment to caring for its wounded warriors. In 2010, we developed a novel program called the Wounded Warrior and Veterans Outreach Program, with a goal to provide healing environments for veterans and military families to learn, work, volunteer, and recreate in the rich natural habitats of Maryland. One of the first organizations we collaborated with was Warrior Canine Connection, and I'm so proud that this long-standing relationship with Maryland's Department of Natural Resources has allowed WCC to support the recovery of more than 6,000 wounded veterans from its headquarters on Maryland State Parkland. It's hard to imagine what could be more therapeutic than spending time with golden and Labrador retrievers in a beautiful setting. My hope is that the unique partnership that we've been able to create between this great nonprofit, the state of Maryland, and federal agencies can serve as a national model on how to best care for wounded veterans in our community. Some of you may know that I'm a big dog lover, and while Maryland's first dogs have not been service dogs, we have certainly seen the comfort, joy, and stress relief that these furry family members have brought to our home, and I'm certain that the special pups graduating today will do the same for their new veteran partners. A mission like caring for wounded warriors doesn't happen without thousands of people working together. And I applaud everyone involved in supporting WCC, the many nonprofit and government partners, the generous Maryland businesses providing critical resources, and especially the veterans and volunteers who have helped train these amazing service dogs. The state of Maryland looks forward to continuing our partnership and support to sustain the impactful work happening at Warrior Canine Connection. Congratulations to all of the 2022 graduates.
Now is the moment you've all been waiting for. We are pleased to introduce you to Warrior Canine Connection's class of 2022.
My name is Buddy Lee Niner. I served the United States Marine Corps and the Air National Guard, and this is my service dog, B. I know on the phone call they were like, "Oh, what are you doing?" I said, "Oh, I'm putting bees in the beehive right now." And everybody kind of got quiet, and they said, "Well, how do you feel about being matched with B?" And then I was ecstatic. Yeah, when you're out in public, if you start getting nervous or anything, I know B can pick up on my cues right away, and then kind of breaks that concentration in me being nervous and so focused on the what ifs that could happen. And then I'm able to turn my focus to her, and we get in there, get what we need, and get done. She'll zero in and check on me like at night when I'm laying in bed and toss and turn and have my night terrors. She'll kind of look at me first, and then next she'll do like a deep pressure on me, like laying on me, things like that to let me know that I'm there. I know like one of them, B, like one of them, as soon as I start bouncing my leg here, she puts her head right on my leg to let me know that I'm there. That way it redirects my focus. I'm not thinking about or reliving anything. Yeah, I know when we were at one of our outings, the people were like, "Oh, is that a service dog?" And, "Yes, it's a service dog. What's her name?" And you tell them B, and they kind of look at you, "Well, where'd you come up with that name?" And then when you can explain everything, that she's named after a woman in the Navy and her role in history, you kind of get that feeling to them. They're like, "Wow, that's amazing." And you can see it just marinating in their head, and you know that they're gonna go say, "Hey, I met this service dog that was named after this lady." And by word of mouth and everything, the legacy of that person that they're named after been carried on and keeps going. We both build a stronger bond and together more, and to be able to just know that she's there all the time with me and I have nothing to worry about, and just to keep building the bond and grow old together.
WCC's B2 is named after U.S. Navy Lieutenant Junior Grade Beatrice McLogan, who answered our nation's call to service when she joined the U.S. Navy, attended midshipman's school at Smith College in Massachusetts, where she was commissioned as an ensign, and serving as a communications officer. She worked deciphering the secret communication codes used in messages intercepted by the U.S. from the Nazis. One of her duties was to deliver these top-secret communications to the White House by car, with her female driver. Her actions are credited with helping to save the lives of many members of our military who were in harm's way. Passing the leash for B2 is puppy parent Deborah Schurman. Deb, thank you for your dedication and focused training to ensure that B2 will be the best companion for her forever veteran.
My name is Maya Royce. I'm a United States Army veteran, and this is my service dog, Buff. I was introduced to Buff. She's one of the first dogs I was introduced to, and it's just immediately clicked. It's my favorite moments when I run into veterans that ask about the program, and I talk about all the options that there are, whether it's just puppy petting or the MBTR. Puppy parenting, which is more time involving, but gives so much back to the veteran community. And you can tell how much love goes into it because it's from veterans for veterans in a way. I find myself going to stores just because I want to take her out to stores, and it's something I wouldn't have done before. And she makes me a lot more aware of the limit when something becomes too stressful so I can do it, and then also know when I have to leave and go back home or take a break. And it's just the energy that she has that externalizes some of the feelings that I'm going through in the moment. People pay attention to her first. And by everybody like standing in a circle just looking at the dog, it takes a lot of pressure off of me to have to like engage with somebody. Jokingly always call her my buffer, because she creates this buffer between me and the world where like people are paying more attention to her and I'm paying more attention to her in turn as well. So the whole world just evolves around her at this point. You're my buffer? Yeah? We call you buffers? That's the biggest miracle of all for me, that I ended up matching with her and got to take her home.
WCC's Buff is named in honor of U.S. Air Force Colonel Laurel Buff Burkle, retired, who served for over 27 years before retiring in 2018. Most recently, Colonel Burkle served as the Chief of Air Mobility Command's Aviation Energy and Innovation Division at Scott Air Force Base in Illinois. She commanded at the squadron level and has served in a variety of staff positions at the Group, Wing, Major Command, and Headquarters Air Force levels, and in the Joint and International Deployed and Home Station environments. She now supports her fellow service members and veterans as an Air Force Wounded Warrior Program Ambassador and Mentor. Passing the leash are puppy parents Tammy and Bill Crozier. Tammy and Bill, a big congratulations and thank you for your dedication to Buff's success.
My name is Nick Baird, and my branch of service was the United States Marine Corps, and this is Danny. When I first started training the dogs, it was almost like they were training me. Training these dogs for other veterans, like I never thought that I would actually be on the receiving end of one of the dogs, like down the line. But yeah, it's pretty amazing. I don't know. I was really excited whenever I found out about Danny. I think that we both are pretty relaxed and chill, like when we need to be. He can get up and work like on a dime whenever he needs to. Also, though, he's a really hard worker. I don't know. He's just really, he's really loving and caring, and I think that we share that personality. I like to think that. So. I had struggled a lot with depression and like loneliness, and I don't know, I think that like this is like, I mean, working with the dogs in Asheville, just going there had helped, and then I know having him with me is just gonna be a blessing. Danny is gonna be there with me. Danny is gonna be my best friend. Danny's he's gonna be my family, and we're gonna be everywhere together. So, yeah, I'm really happy, and I don't think I'm having a hard time at like not stop smiling, so I'm always smiling. So it's been an amazing experience, and I'm gonna cherish the experience for pretty much the rest of my life. I've gotten Danny out of it.
WCC's Danny was named in honor of U.S. Navy Lieutenant Junior Grade Daniel Daniello. After graduating from Syracuse University, he was drafted into the U.S. Navy, where he served from 1969 through 1971. During that time, he was a distinguished naval graduate of Officer Candidate School in Newport, Rhode Island, and served as a supply officer aboard the USS Wasp. He was awarded the National Defense Medal and the Unit Commendation Medal. He went on to co-found the Carlyle Group, and has dedicated his life to service, first in uniform and later as an entrepreneur, business leader, and philanthropist. Passing WCC Danny's leash is puppy parent Robin Martin. Thank you, Robin, for your unending support and dedication to our mission's success. Congratulations.
My name is John Fournier, U.S. Marine, and I am retired. I believe me and Duke hit it off right away. Came right up to us, and he was just going going crazy around us, running between my legs and give me lots of kisses. Yes, the first night was a little difficult. I kept on waking up as far as checking on the dog, didn't know what to expect that first night. So I was on guard to make sure I handled any situation. The second night was even better. Dog Duke slept all night and we didn't have any problems at all. I believe all the trainers have let me learn at my own pace, and if there was ever a problem or I needed to correct something with Duke or myself, they would be glad to help me. And any extra time I needed, they would definitely offer that. Tend to stay home and not go out anywhere and just stay home by myself or with my son. And now with Duke, it gives me that reassurance that I can take away my anxiety when he's with me. Having Duke have a fellow vet's name, very proud and very honored to have my dog Duke have that name. There is a sense of trust having other veterans, be it a part of anything that you do. The trust is always there when veterans are around, no matter the situation. It just makes us veterans feel more comfortable, and I think other veterans can relate better to our situation. Having Duke with me made me more relying on him to make sure I was okay, and that was a good feeling, knowing that he was there and he took my attention away from any anxiety or anything like that I had. I think me and Duke have the same personality. We're easygoing and we just blend together so well, and I think it's going to be a great fit.
WCC's Duke came to Warrior Canine Connection thanks to our partners at Ears, Eyes, Nose, and Paws, as he came to us already known as Duke. He doesn't have a traditional WCC namesake or a puppy parent, but he did arrive to WCC with impeccable basic obedience and foundational skills, which our trainers tell us allow them to jump right into task training and refining him for his veteran. One of Duke's service dog training instructors described him as extremely affectionate, smart, intuitive, and fun. She also shared that his biggest strength is his stress intervention. He innately understands how and when he is needed.
Hi, my name is Major Charles Lewis. I'm a retired Army veteran after 36 years, and this is my service dog, Garcia. So Sarah called me and said, Charles, I have some news for you, but hold on a second, I want to put you on speakerphone. So it was a whole bunch of people on the phone. I think it was Sarah, Katie, Suzanne, and I'm not sure who else. But she called me and said, we have a match for you. And even today I get choked up a little bit because I never thought it would happen. And then it did, and I was speechless. Speechless to the point that Sarah said, Charles, are you still there? So, yeah, we're starting to learn, she's starting to learn my different stress signs. And that kind of blows me away. I think the work that Warrior Canine Connection does for all these veterans, I think it's really important. I understand the length of time in the process, but if the veterans are near one of the training centers, I would highly encourage them to participate in any and all training you can get, because it definitely helped me. Understanding the commands and knowing that, I was able to do stuff and push the dog and push myself into areas I might not be totally comfortable in. I knew I wanted one. Difference between want and need. But as I have her and the more I'm with her, I see the amazing things that she does for me. And I think if you're on the fence, get off the fence.
WCC's Garcia is named after U.S. Air Force Staff Sergeant Melissa Monique Garcia, who found her passion in the service as a canine handler. She served alongside military working dog Goatin. Together, Staff Sergeant Garcia and Goatin served in Secret Service missions, responded to bomb threats, and deployed to Saudi Arabia. While deployed to Saudi Arabia, Garcia and Goten were one of 2 military working dog teams in countries supporting the U.S. State Department and Eskin Village. While no longer on the front lines, Staff Sergeant Garcia now serves as a military working dog trainer, dedicated to preparing military working dogs to fulfill their future missions. Garcia's leash is passed by puppy parents Susan and Paul Colsey and Suzanne Brown. Congratulations to all of you for the amazing work you've done in making sure Garcia is her best.
My name is Liz Huddy. I was a petty officer in the Navy for 4 years as a SIGINT analyst, and this is my service dog, Holmes. So before I started team training, I was really anxious and apprehensive. I saw the itinerary of going to a lot of public places, and that instantly made me really anxious. And we went to our first location. I was instantly relaxed because Holmes was relaxed. She was so calm, and she just turns it on. As soon as we get in a public place, in a store, and she has her vest on, she knows what to do. So it just instantly made me feel so much more relaxed. I wasn't dreading the upcoming days, all of the outings like I was before we started training. For several years, I've been concerned about how people view me, and now having a service dog, is that going to be more of a, oh, your invisible disabilities are now visible because you have a service dog. And I was really worried about that. But it hasn't been an issue. I'm focused on her when I'm in a public place. She's calm, I'm calm. The focus should be on the dog, and I should sort of disappear in the background. And that's honestly what I want anyway. All the volunteers and all the staff here, all the trainers and client services that have put in so many hours, so much work into helping me, you know, I sometimes feel like I don't deserve that help, and and excuse me, all the work that they've put into the dogs, it's pretty amazing, and I'm just grateful.
WCC Holmes is named in honor of U.S. Coast Guard Lieutenant Commander LaShonda Holmes. She completed officer candidate school shortly after graduating from Spelman College. Her first 2 assignments included tours at the Coast Guard Air Station Los Angeles and Atlantic City. Her responsibilities included being charged with flying missions to protect the President of the United States and critical infrastructure in and around the nation's capital. She continues her service and work today on Capitol Hill as the Deputy Senate Liaison. Passing Holmes' leash are puppy parents Hillary and Steve Claggett. Many thanks and congratulations for an amazing job well done.
Well, my name is Jonathan Cole. I was in the Army, and this is my new service dog, Huddy. I love dogs, and it's just nice I can do my own thing as my parents. It's just nice to give them some relief, because I sort of know what I'm doing. Keyword sorta.
Since his accident, he lost his short-term memory. And the big change, the big impact for his life right now, he can walk, at least even if a short distance, with Hutton, and he come back.
Since Hutton came home the first night, John has been focusing on Hutton more than some of the other things that he'd done in the past, and that's been a good thing. And Hutton does get him out of the house more. You know, he doesn't sit on the sofa and just veg.
But basically, he does things I don't even ask for. Like this morning, he grabbed his cane, brought it over to me, and was like, "Hey, let's go. I gotta go bathroom." So when I walk over to his bed, he just looks at me and he goes, "Let's go. I need to go to the bathroom." So I take him out and does his business. Then when we're done, he just leads me home, which is kind of nice, in case I forget. Because I'm a pretty forgetful person. I'll admit that. I can't forget this guy right here, so that's very motivating to remember stuff.
WCC's Hutton is named in honor of U.S. Army Brigadier General John E. Hutton. After graduating from Wesleyan University in 1953, he served in the Marine Corps as a helicopter pilot. Brigadier General Hutton served as an infantry officer with the secondary specialty as a naval aviation tactical observer in both the Mediterranean and Far Eastern theaters. He went on to graduate from the George Washington School of Medicine and entered the Army, all while completing a general surgery internship at Walter Reed National Military Medical Center. After his residency, he served in a military hospital in South Vietnam, where he was considered an authority on bullet wounds and managing wartime casualties. Years later, he would become the chief of surgery back at Walter Reed and go on to be named physician to the President Ronald Reagan. Passing the leash for Hutton are puppy parents Sharon and Scott Hubbard. It is clear that Hutton got everything he needed and plenty of love in order to be the best companion for his forever veteran. Thank you and congratulations.
My name is Benjamin Torn. I was enlisted in the U.S. Army, and this is Jack, my service dog. Jack, for me, he's a larger dog. He's quiet, He'll help me with my physical limitations somewhat, and emotional issues, limitations, and certain things that I want him to do. He's very good at. I'm trying to get back into some type of exercise. I've been stuck at home for a while. He'll help me go on walks, maybe hopefully a little longer than usual. Yeah, I feel like it helped me mentally more. Get out, I guess associate more, so. Well, knowing Jack's named after a fellow vet, is pretty cool, especially how the WCC, takes its time to, take care of and make sure people are remembered. It's good to know that he's helped a lot of other people. If you feel like you need support and you can't get it at certain places, don't be shy. I wasn't going to do it till my wife pushed me. So, don't be shy, just reach out.
WCC's Jack II was named in honor of U.S. Air Force Sergeant First Class John R. Jack Sadler, Jr. After enlisting and completing training, Sadler flew during World War II as a nose gunner on the B-24 bomber as part of the Ghost Squadron that did low-level night flying, taking out supply ships in the Sea of Japan to provide provisions to Japanese-held islands. Sadler was part of the first group of servicemen to land in Japan unarmed before the armistice ending the war was signed by General MacArthur. He and his fellow airmen served as goodwill ambassadors towards the Japanese people. Passing Jack II's leash are puppy parents Leslie Shear and Stacy Litzenberger. Thank you both for your dedication to ensuring Jack's success, and congratulations.
My name is Ernest Evans. Our branch of service Navy / Marine Corps. And my companion here is Jerry, who's named after Lieutenant Colonel, Air Force, B-52 Bomber Navigator. I wasn't sure about the service dog thing until I saw other service members with dogs. And I briefly talked with them, and one thing that they all said, that they will change your life. I said, okay, time to give in. I put in my application and wheels start turning. But what I really didn't know, that what Dr. Kaufman told me about, I was actually preparing myself to do this and didn't know it. I was going all the stuff until Dr. Kaufman finally told me, and I got emotional, says, it's your turn. We don't leave our soldiers behind, alive or dead. Everybody comes home. I guess that's the kind of premise I see here. We don't leave anyone behind. Game on. It's your turn now, going back to what Dr. Kaufman said. It's your turn. And I pray that all of the veterans get a shot at this, especially if they know about it. And when I take Jerry out to the public and the VA and they stop me, I'm gonna say the same thing that those veterans told me. They will change your life. They will help you get through more than what you realize.
WCC's Jerry is named in honor of U.S. Air Force Lieutenant Colonel Gerald E. Dorwart, retired. Since a young age, he wanted to serve his country, so he joined the Air Force, where he served for 20 years. During those 2 decades, he served as a navigator and flew several missions in Vietnam, where he lost many squad members, including a pilot who he always honored for their sacrifices. Passing Jerry's leash is puppy parent Sarah Olson. Sarah, thank you for your dedication and all of the love that you've given Jerry to make sure that he is his best for his forever veteran.
My name is Brad Fluke, and recently I was placed with Ruck, my new buddy. He will ensure that I'm never alone again. Like, he always will be there. And that's kind of what I always wanted. Is it's not that I wanted to be alone, it's just that I didn't want to be with another human just for the excuse not to be alone, where, you know, I have to worry about all the things that come along with that. Where with him, it's simple, you know, he's looking out for me, I'm looking out for him, and we just hang out, we're buddies, and it just makes everything kind of better because I won't have that just constant by myself time. For him, you know, something as simple as giving him a belly scratch or spending a little bit of time with him going on a walk made his day, and at the same time, he doesn't realize it, but just his presence is making mine. It's just a lot more of a stress-free relationship that exists. Everyone's just great. Like, you just can't ask for a better group of people. And meeting his puppy parent was awesome as well. I mean, just the idea of what he does, raising a dog from a puppy to 2 years old and being able to let that dog go, knowing that it's gonna go to a veteran, like, you would become so connected and attached to that dog that there would only be, you know, it would take a greater feeling within you to be able to let go of that emotional attachment, to be like, it's okay, he's gonna go do this. And I just feel like it takes a special individual to do something like that, especially when he's not asking for anything in return. You know, he's doing it because he wants to. You know, you don't really see like highways and stuff being named after veterans anymore. Like, that namesake shows that respect for that individual and what they've done. And Ruck's namesake, I mean, he was a combat veteran that had multiple awards with V for Valor. I mean, he was a Vietnam veteran that definitely went through some things for this country and fought for this country. And I feel like showing respect to that is a great thing.
WCC's Ruck is named in memory of Navy Rear Admiral Merrill W. Ruck, retired. He was commissioned from the Naval Reserve Officers Training Corps after graduating from Brown University in 1963. During his 34 years in the Navy, he served many sea duty tours, including those aboard the USS Cimarron, USS Bowen, USS Spagley, in addition to several shore assignments. During his 3+ decades in the Navy, Rear Admiral Ruck was bestowed a multitude of awards, including the Defense Distinguished Service Medal, Defense Superior Service Medal, and Legion of Merit, with 2 gold stars. In 2005, Rear Admiral Ruck became the executive director of the Naval Postgraduate School Foundation in Monterey, California, and held that position until September of 2013. Passing Ruck's leash is puppy parent Paul Colsey. Paul, congratulations and thank you for all of the hard work you've done to ensure that Ruck had everything he needed in order to be the best service dog for his veteran.
My name is Dominique Kim. I served in the Air National Guard and did a combat tour overseas in Afghanistan, 2009 to 2010. Shannon and I met through MBTR. I am incredibly thankful for what the veterans in MBTR did working with her. I know that it's not an easy task to put yourself out there and go to a new place, but to know that they volunteered their time and effort to come out and work with her to get her ready to come home with me eventually. I really can't say enough about that. She is not only healing me and helping me to move on from the place that I was at, but she is helping my family immensely by just providing joy and giving them that sense that they can step back from needing to help take care of me. I would say that the no-fail mission here at Warrior Canine Connection is very real. At a very low point in my life, they stepped in and they rallied around me. And provided me a sense of home, a sense of normalcy, and really a, hey, you can do this, like, just keep pushing through, you're gonna make it. And the impact that the no-fail mission and the people that so strongly believe in that mission and follow through on it has had on my life is immense. They saved my life.
WCC's Shannon is named in memory of U.S. Navy Senior Chief Petty Officer Shannon M. Kent. She entered the Navy in 2003 as a cryptologic technician. Kent spoke 7 languages, including 4 dialects of Arabic. During her service, she was deployed 5 times, serving 3 in Iraq, Afghanistan, and Syria, where she was tragically killed in 2019 at the age of 35 by a suicide bomber. Besides being of outstanding service to our nation, she was married to her best friend, an Army Special Forces Green Beret, and was the mother of 2 beautiful boys. Passing Shannon's leash are puppy parents Emily Myers and Kim and Donna Vaughn. Congratulations to all of you for doing your part to make sure Shannon is her best. Graduates in the category of Facility Dog.
My name is Mark Bates. I'm a retired Air Force Lieutenant Colonel, and this is our facility dog, Mattis. Yeah, so Mattis has a very special mission. It may be kind of a unique mission. He is working at the cancer center supporting cancer patients who are going through life upending changes, lots of fear, stressed out, and having a dog to divert their attention and connect with can totally change their day. As a matter of fact, I talked with a woman in our lobby who stopped me to meet Mattis, and her whole day brightened up, and she shared how meeting Mattis changed her day. You know, I think that he'll help us build a relationship with the veterans, which is critical up front. It's like when the veterans' hearts are open, that's a way to really kind of give the veterans a way to feel into that in a safe way. Mattis being named after a fellow vet will just reinforce this kind of affiliation with veterans, but you know, he's not just named after a fellow vet. You know, General Mattis, Secretary of Defense Mattis, actually approved his namesake. And I think that's incredibly powerful for any vet, because General Mattis is extremely well respected. Yeah, for me, the Warrior Canine Connection really gets at the heart of warrior ethos, this idea of trust and being there for one another. Even though you may not even know your brother and sister in arms, that sense of commitment and care towards one another. Training a dog for another service member who needs one.
WCC's Mattis is named in honor of U.S. Marine Corps General James N. Mattis, retired. General Mattis, who enlisted in the Marine Corps at the age of 18, spent more than 4 decades in uniform. During his service, he commanded Marines at all levels, led an infantry battalion in Iraq in 1999, an expeditionary brigade in Afghanistan after the September 11 terrorist attacks in 2001, among many other achievements. He also served in many high-ranking non-combat assignments during his tenure in the Marine Corps, including serving as the United States 26th Secretary of Defense. Passing Mattis's leash are puppy parents Richard Stevens and Lisa Mix. Because you both dedicated your time and love to Mattis, he will surely be helping to improve the lives of so many veterans. Thank you and congratulations.
Hi, I'm Patrick Hall. I was in the United States Navy on board the battleship Iowa, BB-61, 1983 to 87. I am now the chaplain for the New Hanover County Sheriff's Office in Wilmington, North Carolina. About 3 years ago as a chaplain, I began to just see the need for a therapy dog, service dog. Came here about a year ago. They interviewed me and I got to meet the dogs and see the whole program and sort of start the process. Most of law enforcement nowadays are either retired, military, or at least spent 4 to 6 years in the military. So most of my guys and ladies that I work with nowadays are military veterans. I'm an on-call chaplain, so for the whole sheriff's office and for our county. And our sheriff's office has it set up where if there's a death in someone's home, as our deputies visit, they will ask, would you like us to call one of our chaplains? One of the things we say we provide as a chaplain is spiritual and emotional care. And so she's going to take the emotional side up to another level for me and just help out a lot. The best thing I like about her is just the sweetness, just the leaning on you, touching your feet, those kind of things. It's going to be so great. Being a veteran, I'm very strong in our support of veterans. I've got a number of men and lady veterans that I follow up on that have, Purple Hearts and, Bronze Star recipients, those kind of things. So I love the idea of veterans, and because I'm going to enjoy taking the U.S. Navy around all these Marines through the Sheriff's Office. Because we run our mouth and how they do, and we do. But that makes it fun. They call it, the chaplains, they call it Ministry of Presence. Sometimes the incident's over there and I'm just over here. It'll be the same with her, just knowing that she's here and the Sheriff's Office has gotten the dog just for this purpose and what they're doing. Sometimes it's the fact that they care.
WCC's Purple is named in honor of U.S. Navy Lieutenant Commander Danielle Purple Theriot. She completed primary and advanced flight training in Florida and Texas before earning her Wings of Gold in 2010. During her time in the Navy, she served many flying tours, and she deployed in support of Operation Inherent Resolve on the USS Carl Vinson and the USS Abraham Lincoln. On shore duty, she was an F-18 instructor pilot, an F-18 tactical demonstration team pilot, and a flag aide. Purple's leash is being passed to her forever veteran by puppy parent Karen Chu. Thank you, Karen Chu, for all the work you've done to ensure that Purple is going to be her best in her new position. Congratulations.
My name is Julie Garrison. I am a board-certified music therapist and an Air Force spouse of a retired Air Force veteran. Z is joining my practice as a music therapist and my work with veterans in Dayton, Ohio. So the process was wonderful. I especially liked the communication, how people, Katie and Sarah, for the client relations, were able to keep us abreast on the process. They asked very specifically what we needed as a facility, as a nonprofit. A doggy just like you, Z, that would be responsive and sociable to stress cues. When we talk to people who are interested in Valor, and they'll say, well, I don't have much experience in art or music. We said, that's totally fine. Like, you don't have to. And I mentioned that we might be getting a service dog. That's when their voices perk up. And I can almost hear their smiles because their voices modulate. Oh, a dog, when it's very low. So that's what we're very excited about. I see the word as purpose. Z was named after Justin Zemser, and he died too young. So I see Z as a continuation of the drive, of the motivation, of the kindness, the resolve, the determination, the grit and the joy that Justin exuded. I mean, to be a teenager, to be accepted into the Naval Academy, representing your state, that's huge. I don't know what he did before, but I know he had to excel. Z, already from the few days I've worked with him, like, he has that same determination. He always wants to work. I think would make Z proud Justin and definitely his family.
WCC Z2 is named after U.S. midshipman Justin Zemser, also affectionately known as Z, or Z-Man, to those who knew him. Midshipman Zemser attended the U.S. Naval Academy in Annapolis, where he was a standout student and a proud member of the Midshipman Action Group, a voluntary group that visited terminally ill veterans. He was said to not only be an exceptional student, but also a man of immense character and a natural leader. His life was tragically cut short at the age of 20 in 2015 due to fatal injuries sustained when the train he was riding derailed in Philadelphia en route to his hometown of Rockaway Beach, New York. Passing the leash for Z2 are puppy parents Tracy Ballard and Pam Harris. Thank you so much for your support, dedication to Z2's success, and congratulations. Graduates in the category of Military Family Support Dog.
Hi, my name is Tyler O'Neill.
My name is Liam O'Neill. I'm a Chief Master Sergeant in the United States Air Force.
As soon as we met Dewey, it was just, this is it, you know, this is our dog.
The anticipation was high. There was a lot of different emotions, particularly once we stepped out of the vehicle. And then there was the big reveal, and Dewey came in. And it was great to see the kids warm up to him immediately, because they were just and then for my wife and I to see him and just see the fit, and it was like everything we described like Dewey was.
You know, with over 12 combat deployments, there's no way that can't affect somebody and the family. Dewey will be like an anchor, will be able to be a common focus for all of us, and to be able to be in the moment.
We think that Dewey's impact is going to be significant in his calm presence and his demeanor.
I was told to trust the process. I was told that, you know, you'll know when you find the right fit. And I am looking forward to being home with Dewey and just have the kids just love on him and just be there.
He was pretty chill with the energy. He wasn't bouncing all over the place. There's plenty of that coming from the kids already.
You know, this is our new family member. So we're very happy with the end result with Dewey.
WCC's Dewey is named in memory of U.S. Marine Corps Lance Corporal Brandon C. Dewey, whose life was taken too soon. During his first deployment, Dewey received a Purple Heart after being injured while fighting in the Battle of Fallujah. He survived 2 suicide car bombs, receiving shrapnel wounds to his hands and neck, as well as damage to his hearing. It was on January 20th of 2006, during his second tour in Iraq, that Lance Corporal Dewey was killed by an IED and posthumously awarded the Purple Heart. Dewey's leash is passed by puppy parent Lisa Mix. Lisa, thank you so much for your dedication and support to ensure that Dewey is his best for his forever family.
My name's Michael Bell. It's my lovely wife, Amy, and our military support dog, Hullet. I've been in the Marines for 22 years, active duty.
He's a good distraction from a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety. He's calming, something different to focus on, or to redirect myself.
The class they gave was very, very, like all the classes all the trainers have given and the staff, been phenomenal. Like help us, I think it prepares us, our whole family. It's not just Amy and I, but the family, to better take care of him. But to make sure we're compatible and we're doing the right things to be better parents, like to make sure we take care of him properly. So, and it's through that classes, like we truly understand the difference between the service dogs and the military support dogs. Like there's a clear delineation of that. It's very helpful.
I'm excited that when we leave with Hullet, it's not the end, that we're welcome back for all the activities, that the trainers and all the staff are gonna be here for us. Hullet has already made a huge impact on our family.
just between the amount of time we've spent in the car on the way here, the amount of time we spent at home looking through videos and training tips, he has brought the 5 of us together, which in a busy lifestyle, we are not together that often. Hullet has made me happier, which I know Mike has seen. And me being happier just makes me a better mom, so it makes the kids happier. It makes the marriage happier. And he's fit right in, so.
WCC's Hullet is named after U.S. Army Sergeant First Class David W. Hullet, retired. He has dedicated his life to serving his country and others in need. During his military career of 20-plus years, he was deployed to Asia, Europe, and Africa, including a very challenging humanitarian mission to Somalia in support of Operation Restore Hope. Upon his return from Somalia, Hullet and his family moved to Panama, where he provided support to Operation Safe Haven and Safe Passage while assigned to the Jungle Operations Training Center. He was also sent to Fort Benning, Georgia, where he earned his jump wings. Passing Hullet's leash is puppy parent Susan Kennedy Hood. Congratulations, Susan. Thank you for giving Hullet all of the love and training he needed to ensure that he will be the best for his military family.
I'm Wayne Johnson, and this is Joanne.
Joanne will be just a big, huge bright spot that will help us emotionally.
Our son, Jonathan Martin Johnson, he was in the 25th in Honolulu, and we lost him in December of 19.
I'm just looking forward to know that when I'm gone, my parents will still have somebody around, keeping them company. I feel like she's just part of the family.
It was well worth the wait to have Joanne and to meet her. We're very fortunate and very blessed, very thankful.
It was a very easy process. We talked on the phone, and then over the time we did several interviews, and the amazing thing about it is they don't just say, okay, here's a dog. They put a lot of time and effort into matching the dog with us.
It was love at first sight. All of the trainers have been phenomenal, and with their work with Joanne, with greeting us, teaching us, it's just been an amazing experience. And one of the first things that they told us about Joanne was that she was very friendly and loved everybody. And I instantly thought about our son, because he loved people. He loved people, and he loved to serve. And that's exactly how Joanne is.
WCC's Joanne is named after U.S. Navy Reserve Petty Officer First Class Joanne Y. Fisher. Fisher served 15 years and experienced firsthand the challenges female military members face when they retire from active duty. She brought that experience and knowledge to her role as Chief Executive Officer and Chief Financial Officer of Women's Veterans United Committee, Incorporated. In her role, Joanne Fisher is responsible for setting the organization's direction and budget, forming partnerships by working with the management team, and establishing the organization's culture. Joanne's leash is passed by her puppy parents, Stacy Litzenberger and Jane and Pat Hipsley. Thank you so much for your dedication and all of the hard work you've put into Joanne. Congratulations.
Hi, my name is Doug Parrott. I'm a retired Army officer. I served almost 26 years in the Army.
I'm Melissa Parrott, and this is our girl, Rue. I was an Air Force wife for almost 20 years and became a widow and met Doug, and then I got to be an Army wife.
So she didn't come into the room, we came into the room to meet her. As soon as we came in, she came right to us, kind of jumped up a little bit, but started just being really affectionate, kissing us. She was just really happy to see us, and every time we've come back, for a new day, she's been, just really excited to see us. And then she settles down a little bit, but it's nice to have that unconditional love kind of just popping in your face. Rue is a living memorial. reading the story of her namesake Ruth, that lady had a lot of courage, a lot of personal courage. And Ruth was a nurse, so she was a caregiver, a caretaker. And I see that Rue's gonna be that in the same way. One of the things I like about Warrior Canine Connection is there's a process here. There's a staff that has been wonderful. It's been a really, really pleasant experience. And I would just encourage other veterans, like I said, to trust in the staff here. And if they think that you're good for a release dog, trust them. If they think that you're good that you need a military family support dog, trust them. If they think that hey, you know what, maybe you need a service dog based on your situation, trust them. And there's no shame in that.
Another thing I would say is we've all had struggles, and we deal with a lot of hard things as military families. We deal with separations, we deal with high levels of stress, we deal with loss, and just bringing Rue home and the unconditional love that she will give to anyone who comes into our home, I think is gonna be wonderful.
WCC's Rue is named after U.S. Navy Nurse Corps Lieutenant Ruth Martin Deuce. She began active duty in August of 1947 and was assigned to naval hospitals in Long Beach and then Coronado, California, before receiving orders to the hospital ship Benevolence in August of 1950. Lieutenant Deuce was among 14 Nurse Corps officers who were preparing the ship for its departure from San Francisco to Korea when it was rammed by a freighter. The ship sank by 1730 of that same day, but not before Lieutenant Deuce and the other 13 nurses who had not yet participated in emergency shipboard training made it off safely. She was assigned to several other naval hospitals and remained on active duty until 1955. Rue's leash is being passed by puppy parent Catherine Kane. Catherine, congratulations to you, and thank you so much for giving Rue all the love and training that she needed.
My name is Lisa, and I'm an art teacher.
I'm Don. I'm a U.S. Navy corpsman, and this is our daughter Millie, and our new addition to our family, Siren.
I'm Millie, and when I grow up, I'm going to be an art teacher like Mommy.
Okay.
When I met Siren, she went to a hotel with me called Home with Sweets, and the sign says dogs are allowed and says dogs friendly and very loud.
Really, just after everything that's all happened, my time and years in service, and after what's happened to me, my wife kind of took the reins of looking out for outreaching for sources for support, and came across this a while back, and we just thought it was a great idea to apply just to see if it could help out. Being able to come home from the long hours of work and dealing with the stresses there, and then pretty confident that as soon as we come home, Siren's going to be there with our other dog and interact, and it's going to just be more of a relaxed home environment. I'm still active duty, so I'm probably going to be away from the house quite a bit, and knowing that my wife is comfortable with Siren and my daughter is too, and the training, that's what they really hit on, puts me at ease.
So one thing was leading up to this. I don't know why, but I was very nervous, thinking that it would just be overwhelming with information. And day one, we got back to the hotel, and we both agreed. We said, that was a lot easier than we thought it was going to be. It wasn't too stressful. I mean, we learned a lot of things, but it was all just very slow and at our own pace and very comfortable and fun. So it was just, I appreciated everyone's patience and their pace with us and understanding, and I don't know, it was a fun experience.
WCC's Siren is named in honor of U.S. Air Force Lieutenant Colonel Vanessa Siren Mahan. Lieutenant Colonel Mahan flew over 100 combat missions in support of Operation Enduring Freedom. During her deployment, she spent many hours volunteering with Operations Care, delivering school supplies to local Afghan girls and in hospitals on base that cared for locals. After 2 back-to-back tours in support of Operation Enduring Freedom, Lieutenant Colonel Mahan chose an assignment with the Navy at NAS Whidbey Island, where she was stationed with her Navy husband. She became the first female Air Force Prowler aircrew assigned to a fleet carrier squadron, and spent time on the USS Stennis doing workups for deployment before transitioning to the Air Force Reserves. Puppy parents Doreen and Patrice Capillari have done everything they need to ensure that Siren can be the best for her forever family. Thank you and congratulations. We would now like to highlight the dogs being recognized in our breeding program. These dogs provide the foundation for WCC's programs, helping to produce healthy, adorable puppies who become future service dogs and ensure the organization's continued growth. WCC's Brenda, with puppy parent and breeder caretaker Wendy Natari. WCC's Jamie 2, with puppy parent and breeder caretaker Janet Paskalakis. WCC's Tia, with puppy parent Christy Vu. WCC's Lashunda, with puppy parents Jane and Pat Hipsley. WCC's Kirk, with puppy parents Florence McKeon, Janice Gentry, along with puppy parent and breeder caretaker Christy Shoup. WCC's Angela, with puppy parent Pam Harris. WCC's Dottie, with puppy parents Lori and Eric Marshall. And now, a big congratulations to all of the graduates of Warrior Canine Connections Class of 2022. Before you leave us here today, we'd like you to look back and reflect on the stories you've heard. Think about all of those amazing people involved with the celebration of our namesakes, their families, our volunteers, our dogs, and the veterans who are positively impacted by the effort that all of you graciously give. If you are new to WCC and moved by what others have done, we encourage you to get involved. Whether you know a veteran who can benefit from our MBTR or service dog programs, or you are interested in getting involved yourself, keep the conversation going. Together, we will continue to make the Warrior Canine connections and serve those who have given so much for our United States of America.